Last but not least, ADA compliance. I've talked about this before. I just want to bring it up again because it's going to continue to be something that you're going to have to be aware of, you're going to have to deal with. So why does this matter? Why does accessibility matter? Because inaccessible web content means that people with disabilities are denied equal access to information. An inaccessible website can exclude people just as much as steps and entrance to a physical location without a ramp. Okay. Ensuring web accessibility for people with disabilities is a priority for the Department of Justice. And in recent years, a multitude of services have moved online. And people rely on websites like never before for all aspects of their daily lives. So the agency listed characteristics of websites inaccessible to people with disabilities, including having poor color contrast, relying on color to provide information. Doesn't work. Lack of text alternatives or alt text on images, because people that can't see the image don't know what it is. Not having captions on videos. People who can't hear your video. They need captions. Inaccessible online forms, right? People can't get at them. Maybe they don't have hands and they need to use like voice commands to get to different parts. If you don't have that accessible, it's going to be a problem. If you only have mouse-only navigation rather than keyboard navigation, this can be a problem. So it matters because people with disabilities navigate the web in a lot of different ways, right? People who are blind are going to use screen readers, which are devices that speak the text that appears on screen, that speak the alt text of an image, that speak the menu items. People who are deaf or hard of hearing are going to use captioning to see your video or to watch your video in essence, right? And people with disabilities that affect their ability to grasp and use a mouse may need voice recognition software to control their computer and other devices with verbal commands. So if your website does not provide a means for people with varying disabilities, then you're not ADA compliant and you could be open to legal prosecution, okay? No joke, legal prosecution. And ADA has been a hotbed of legal activity over the last years. The Americans with Disabilities Act requires that all websites be compliant. And over the last several years, it's become the new ambulance chasing field in an effort to get money from those that aren't compliant. You can see here, dating back to 20, you can see this upward trend of ADA compliant suits that were won by most of them, because let's face it, if you're not compliant, you're not compliant. There's no way of saying you were compliant when you're not. If your site cannot be navigated with voice command or cannot be navigated with keyboard commands, you can't go back and say, we were compliant. No, you're not. So, but by law, all websites must be ADA compliant, but the vast majority are not. Utah State University Web AIM Million Project tested the top 1 million homepages, and in 2022, they report that 96.8% of homepages were not compliant with an average of 51.4 barriers, okay? That's monstrous, right? And this is why it's become this ambulance chasing thing. The lawyers have gone after the top sites that have megabucks and won. Huge sites have gotten hammered by ADA. So what's happening now? All the big boys are now ADA compliant. Who's not compliant? Small, medium businesses, right? So if you're making, your business pulls in $7 million a year as a local business, somebody might be chasing you now. So you got to be careful about this, right? You want to check your site's ADA compliance. You can do it at this website here, ADA Compliance Checker on Site Improve. And you don't want to ignore this. A lot of people are shelling out huge money for not being compliant, right? Here's a list of some of the sites that have been sued over ADA compliant. Everybody from Netflix and Winn-Dixie to Blue Apron, Nike, Five Guys, Amazon, Beyonce, Domino's, Burger King, Fox News Network. I mean, these are not tiny companies. I know you're saying, well, I'm not going to come after me because I don't, I don't have any money. I don't have much money. Guess what though? If somebody gets pissed off, if some person with a physical disability that can't do it finds that they want to use your site and they can't, and they're just pissy, they could certainly sue you. Now, there are some ways that you can get around that. One of the things that we have done for one of our legal clients here, Brooks, he pays for a ADA compliant plugin, basically. And this plugin, I got so much open there, can help with some of the issues that might be impacting the site. And it looks like this little icon right there. When you click on that icon, it has things like a screen reader. So if I turn the screen reader on.
User way screen reader enabled. Reading pace, normal, 1 of 3.
Now,
Quick accessibility options. Hurt in an accident? Look to Brooks Law Group. Florida personal injury lawyer. With a passion for helping people. Free case review.
right, so it's actually reading this.
User way screen reader
if I go to
disabled.
contrast, we can show different contrast. This is for people that might be colorblind or have issues with contrast. They've got like highlight links, so we can highlight all the links to make it easy for people to visibly see it. We can change the bigger text. We can increase the size of text. We can increase the spacing of text so it's further apart, easier to read. So all this stuff is just done with a plugin. It makes it really easy to get it going. You have little cursors and line. Now, it doesn't do everything, but it's a huge difference maker if you are concerned that your ADA compliance is going to be an issue at some point. Let me go ahead and turn off this other one here. It's a little plugin. I think it's like 40 bucks a month, something like that. So it's not like a one-time thing. You got to kind of buy this thing. So tips for avoiding: fix the technical basics. Don't rely on too many widgets if they're not experienced and updated regularly. Include people with disabilities in your user testing and commit to long-term maintenance of this. A lot more details at this website here for levelaccess.com. But these lawsuits are no joke. They're not cheap and can really become a major problem. So there you have it, man. 24 different things to be focused on in 2024. That's why I went with 24, right? Like, why did I go 24? 2024.